Hello and welcome to Direct Approach with Wayne Moorehead, an exclusive podcast by Direct Selling News designed to provide corporate direct selling executives timely insights and relevant takeaways to help grow and evolve your business. In today's episode, Wayne is joined by Amanda Tress, founder and CEO of Faster Way to Fat Loss. Since 2016, Faster Way to Fat Loss, an innovative tiered affiliate model, has served more than 250,000 online clients and has landed on the Inc. 500 list for 4 consecutive years. In this episode, Amanda shares some of her digital marketing roadmap and strategies. If you're looking to take advantage of the current digital landscape, this is a must listen. Amanda was also a top-rated speaker at the recent Fall DSU event, and let's just say the audience was on the edge of their seats. We are excited to share that she will be joining us again in April at the Spring 2023 event to dive even deeper into her digital strategies and systems. DSU is the largest executive attended event in the channel, with more than 25 experts and executive leaders like Amanda sharing their insights and learnings for the greater good of the entire channel. We invite you to save the date now for the Spring 2023 DSU event taking place in Frisco, Texas at the Omni Frisco Hotel, Wednesday, April 19th and Thursday, April 20th. Visit dsu2023.com for more details. Registration opens soon. Before we begin the episode, a word from our sponsors. This episode's sponsors are Nexio and InfoTrax. Nexio was purpose-built to solve the payment problems direct sellers face. Their unified platform simplifies the complexity of the payments industry and helps you design forward-thinking strategies. Nexio empowers you to take control of commerce strategy, orchestrate payouts to distributors, optimize your transactions to grow your revenue, and maintain the flexibility to overcome obstacles in the ever-changing world of payments. Learn more at nex.io. That is nex.io. And when rapid growth or international expansion place demands on your business your systems aren't prepared to handle, success itself can be a potential cause of failure. As you grow, your system's requirements change, and nothing is worse than being hard-coded into a corner. The InfoTrax platform was built with growth in mind, allowing the freedom to adjust your system at any time to align with your current business needs. Learn more at infotraxsys.com. That is infotraxsys.com. And now, please help me welcome your host, Wayne Moorehead, and today's guest, Amanda Tress, founder and CEO of Faster Way to Fat Loss.
Hello and welcome to another episode of DSN's Direct Approach podcast. I'm your host, Wayne Moorehead, and I'm fortunate today to be joined by one of the most successful female entrepreneurs in the country. Her company, Faster Way to Fat Loss, has landed on the Inc. 500 for 4 consecutive years. It's serviced over 250,000 clients, and her innovative tiered affiliate model is really reshaping social selling. Talking about the founder and CEO of Faster Way to Fat Loss, Amanda Tress. Amanda, thank you for being here on Direct Approach.
It is a pleasure. I'm thrilled to be here.
Well, I know that you're super busy. I know that going into the holidays and New Year is your busiest time. So we really appreciate you, carving that out for us. And it was really great to meet you at DSU and spend a little time learning about you and your company. And I really want to kind of start off more upstream here and have you tell us a little bit about the path that led you to founding the company.
Yes. I will try to make a very long story as short as possible for our listeners. The reason that I entered into the fitness and nutrition industry specifically is because I personally dealt with quite a few health issues as early as the age of 17. I was on blood pressure medication at 17, and I was told by my doctor that I would be on that medication for the rest of my life. I was also about to go on metformin for blood sugar issues. I had a metabolic disorder. To this day, unfortunately, my family is not very healthy. I have 2 older sisters who are morbidly obese, but I was the youngest of 3. And even in college, I looked around and I thought, gosh, none of my peers here in college are on blood pressure medication or dealing with the type of health issues that I'm dealing with. So I decided to take ownership of my own health and wellness and do quite a bit of research regarding nutrition. In addition to that, I learned how to live a healthy lifestyle from the standpoint of exercise. And instead of just focusing on athletics and sports, I started focusing on healthy movement. And so throughout college, I weaned myself off of medications. I did a complete 180 in my own health and wellness journey. And I quickly decided to become a certified personal trainer and a nutrition coach so that I could empower others to experience the same transformation that I had experienced in my own life. Fast forward a few years after college, I was in a digital marketing career. I was working full-time as a digital marketer. When I was in college, and this will give people just a little bit of insight as to my age, when I was in college, Facebook came onto the scene. And I was able to use Facebook to also market my personal training company. And so I very quickly used social media for branding, marketing, and business building. And then throughout my career in digital marketing, I continued to run the side hustle in the nutrition and fitness space. And I decided to use my passion for digital marketing combined with my expertise in nutrition and fitness to launch online boot camps. So I was using, Wayne, a flip cam to film workout circuits. I was uploading those workout circuits to YouTube. I was sending my online clients PDF documents with links to these YouTube circuits. And, it was a lot of fun. There are still a few of these early circuits floating around the internet of myself and my husband doing these different exercises. And so after a few years of ramping up my own online training programs, I decided to step away from my full-time digital marketing career and launch an agency for women in fitness. So I didn't step away from the career. I stepped away from my job and I started my own agency. And I scaled that digital marketing agency for women in fitness very successfully. I was the only digital marketing agency for only women in that particular category. So I had a lot of amazing clients. And a few years into scaling that particular company, I came upon a really interesting pain point. And the pain point was that even though I was helping my digital marketing agency clients build websites, generate more eyeballs on their content, and ultimately convert customers into their online boot camps, their customers were leaving because the customers were not seeing results. And the reason they weren't seeing results is because my agency clients were not great with the programming side of the nutrition and fitness boot camps. So again, to make a very long story as short as possible, I decided to build the Faster Way to Fat Loss program and create a certification around the program, and then tell my agency clients that they could become certified to run my program with their own book of clients. And so in a sense, I was giving them a digital franchise model, a digital nutrition and fitness franchise model. And this is, years ago, before the digital nutrition and fitness category was even picking up steam. I was kind of at the forefront of that digital fitness and nutrition platform model and the concept of a digital franchise as well. Legally and technically, we are a one-tier affiliate model. But this is many years ago when I launched that. I was not aware of anyone else doing that type of model. I was aware of a couple of businesses in your channel who were scaling, but I decided to kind of take the best of network marketing type feel and an affiliate or franchise model and create my own business model. And so that's how we got started. I'll stop there.
Yeah, no, that is a very inspiring story. And I love that you started out with a need for yourself and then seeing that greater need in the marketplace. You touched on the model, which I want to dig into a little bit deeper. Your presentation at Direct Selling University was really kind of the talk of the event. It made a huge impact on all those attending. And I actually believe that it's going to continue to have an impact on the broader direct selling channel as a whole. And I think really the reason for this is for several years, going to DSU and other industry events, we've been talking about how for each of our companies, the landscape's changing. Consumers are changing. Distributors are changing. How we purchase products are changing. And we feel these shifts, but we don't know exactly, what the future looks like and how to kind of intersect at that point of these changes with opportunity. And so I feel like a little bit we've been waiting for somebody to come and show and demonstrate this example and proof of concept around this new business model that can really work and capitalize on all of these changing dynamics today. Do you mind just going a little bit deeper onto the model and the compensation structure?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I have to say that I was extremely inspired by the Direct Selling University event because I learned so much from the standpoint of how to better nurture and empower my affiliates in a way that you guys have really nailed. So you have specialized in that, channel and how to empower reps and coaches. And so I came out of that event with a lot of action items. So to share a little bit more context on our model, we empower trainers to become certified in our programming. So it's a $3,000 or $5,000 certification. If you go through the Faster Way to Fat Loss 6-week program and then auto enroll into our VIP membership, say, I want to take my involvement in the Faster Way to Fat Loss to the next level, really the best next step for you is to become a certified trainer. So that is an aspect of how we run our model from the client journey standpoint. You go through the 6-week orientation program, you auto enroll into our VIP membership. Really quickly, the price of those two items is $199 for the 6-week program. And then once you auto enroll into our VIP membership, you pay us $99 per month for the platform, for the app, for the content, the workouts, and the meal plans. Many of our VIP members then say, oh my goodness, this program is life-changing. I've had incredible results. I want to take my participation in this community to the next level by becoming a certified coach. So they go through an accredited certification. If they are already a trainer or a nutritionist, the certification that we present to those individuals is actually applied for CEUs, continuing ed credits with the biggest organizations in the wellness industry, which is very exciting. So the certified coach has a credibility about them just simply by going through that certification. And then they are able to bring their own clients into the Faster Way to Fat Loss 6-week program for a 50% commission. So when a certified coach brings their friend, their family member, or their social media follower into the 6-week program, they receive $100 of commission. Once that client then auto bills into our VIP membership, the certified coach receives 50% commission on that $99 per month payment as well. So they receive $50. Our certified coaches are paid to sell and to coach. We expect them to coach their client through the Faster Way to Fat Loss programming. Now, we provide the workouts, we provide the meal plans, we provide the technology platform, we provide the sales page, but we want our certified coach to answer questions, to cheerlead their client through the program as well. And after our certified coach starts to ramp up and scale their customer base, they also have an opportunity to transition their customers into certified coaches. If their customer is also a raving fan of the program and has incredible results and decides to become a certified coach, the parent coach will then earn 10% commission on that child coach or child affiliate who they bring to the table. Now, an additional component of our model is that we believe in micro influencer marketing. I, as a marketer, have been talking on stages about micro influencer marketing for 15 years. And again, I'm dating myself here, but for 15, if not more at this point, years, I have been growing micro influencer marketing programs, brand ambassador programs. So we empower our certified coach to also bring other customers in as brand ambassadors for their businesses. Now, these brand ambassadors are not a good fit for the certification. Brand ambassadors might be the president of the PTO, might be a fashion blogger, might be a mommy blogger, might be an influencer on social media who has 20,000 followers. These micro influencers are a very important component of the growth of our certified coaches. When a micro influencer sends traffic to the certified coach's business and conversions, to the business, they are then paid from the 50% commission that the coach also earns. So typically, and we allow our certified coaches to really take ownership of their business and set the commission rate for the micro influencer. But typically, the micro influencer or brand ambassador, as we call them, is going to earn $50 per conversion on the $200 6-week program. So in other words, when a certified coach receives a sale, they will earn 50% commission on that $199 sale. If a brand ambassador or micro influencer, I'm using those terms interchangeably, sends the client to the certified coach, they will then earn $50 out of the 50% commission that the certified coach earned. However, the brand ambassador only earns a one-time commission. It's a one-time commission on the 6-week $199 sale. After that client auto enrolls into our VIP membership, the brand ambassador no longer receives additional commission. So that's a very important aspect of our program. What we find is that micro influencers, these brand ambassadors who are fashion bloggers or Instagram influencers, they truly do not care about a recurring revenue model. They simply want that one-time commission on the front end for the $200 6-week program when a new client joins the Faster Way to Fat Loss. And the coach is thrilled because they've now earned a new client. They've, generated a lead and a highly qualified conversion into their program. And our lifetime value is north of 8 months or $800. And that's not including any of our merchandise and supplements. So the lifetime value of a client on average is close to $1,000. So our certified coaches understand that even if they break even or earn just a little bit of money on the initial client conversion, the long time value of that client is substantial.
Thank you for sharing that. I love that inherent in this are these incentives to move people through the journey to greater and greater value for themselves and also for the company. And I want to get into this in a couple minutes, but from a segmentation standpoint, you have multiple audiences that are literally kind of doing lead gen, for each other based on their own behaviors. And I think it's really powerful that there's so much built into the system. I'm curious, why did you choose this business model versus initially just going, more traditional D2C or retail?
So I met with quite a few attorneys when I was choosing my model. I was shifting from a simple managed services digital marketing agency model to now empowering my agency clients with a turnkey business. But I wanted to be sure that I was doing this in a way that would be scalable, sustainable from a liability perspective, putting myself at as little risk as possible.
Sure.
So I met with network marketing attorneys. I met with MLM attorneys and I said, tell me what I need to know. Let me do a deep dive on FTC. Let me do a deep dive on XYZ. And then I met with franchise, people in my state who own very massive franchise models. And I said, tell me what I need to be aware of. Tell me, what this is like. And I also have colleagues in the affiliate space. So I know some of the OG kind of affiliate marketers in the fitness and nutrition category. And so I met with them. I met with the direct selling attorneys. I met with, many different people. Just a little bit of background too. I was the general manager for a business incubator. So I love business models. I love talking shop. It's marketing or business models. Those are my two favorite things, to really research and consider. I wanted a company that was scalable, that was sustainable, that was saleable, and also that put my family at as little risk as possible. So I landed on this one-tier affiliate model after having many, many discussions and really considering what would be best for the community, what would be best for the coach, and what would be best for my family as well.
That's great. I love how deliberate you were in developing this from the ground up and kind of pulling in the best pieces and best elements from multiple business models to create something really unique. I want to dig a little bit deeper into your influencer strategy. When most people hear influencer, As I've talked to people maybe that haven't spent a lot of time in the direct to consumer space, they think the big celebrity, somebody with 1 million plus followers, and they're going to do the one post and they think their business is going to blow up, and they're always disappointed and surprised when it doesn't. They're surprised at the churn, kind of how leaky the bucket is from that single campaign. But I feel like people don't often think about micro influencers and the strategy and plan behind that. Can you talk a little bit more about micro influencer strategies, how you deploy it, and maybe how companies in direct selling could do the same?
Yeah. And micro influencers are truly the present and the future for any of us listening and in these types of channels and categories. So I've been passionate about brand ambassadors and micro influencers, as I mentioned, for over a decade. If you are listening, do not hire an influencer agency. I'm telling you right now, that is not going to pay off. You are going to spend a lot of money. You're going to get 1 or 2 conversions. You're going to be very frustrated. Let me save you from some pain and frustration. Do not hire an influencer agency. Empower your current clients to be micro influencers, brand ambassadors, preferred customers, whatever you choose to call it. I love working with women and men who have 5,000 followers, 20,000 followers, maybe up to 100 or 150,000 followers, but they are all in with the strategies that we employ. They are loyal, and they're not too cool to promote my lead magnets. So one of the ways that we very effectively empower our micro influencers and those brand ambassadors is by giving them a marketing roadmap with lead generation campaigns that they are able to then promote. So how we do this is we say, okay, on a monthly basis, we're going to have a new campaign for lead gen. We are going to tell Susie Blogger to post about this Melt Your Middle training that we are doing next Thursday. We say, Susie Blogger, here is a link. Here's a landing page for the Melt Your Middle training. We're going to bring a doctor onto this training. We're going to share quite a bit of value, and we're going to offer this for free in exchange for someone's email or phone number. And so Susie Blogger will share the landing page for the Melt Your Middle training. We give Susie Blogger lifetime cookies on her links. She then will get her followers, her friends, her family members into this training. And we on that training will work to convert the prospect into our 6-week program. We work to convert them while they're on the free training. We work to convert them afterwards with a highly effective funnel. And Susie Blogger is like, this is great. I only had to promote something free. I have lifetime cookies. So whether my friend joins the Faster Way to Fat Loss on Monday or 9 months from now, I'm going to receive credit. So Susie Blogger sees the value. For us, we're able to generate more highly qualified leads on behalf of the company. So that marketing roadmap has been very, very key with these different lead generation campaigns, with these early stage offers, and with the marketing assets that we give to the bloggers to promote. We are actually, as a result of being at DSU, going to revamp our brand ambassador program a little bit more in the new year and provide even additional value for our ambassadors with some discounts for our shop, with some additional swag and kind of ideas that I received from being around you guys at the DSU event. But we do look at our brand ambassador micro influencer group differently than we look at our affiliate coaches. So we kind of separate those two groups, and we have different events, different trainings, different communication that goes out to those two groups separately.
Can you step back for maybe those listeners that don't understand lifetime cookies or, dropping pixels? Can you just take a moment to explain the benefit for them and for the company?
Yes. So we have core values that we abide by with everything that we do: integrity, bold action, excellence, and generosity. And for us, when we consider empowering our brand ambassadors or our affiliate coaches, we want to be sure that they know they're taken care of. If they send traffic to our website, we are going to give them credit for that prospect now and in the future. Lifetime cookies mean that whether or not your prospect joins the program in 6 months or 6 days, you're going to get a commission. Conversely, many other large companies are only giving a blogger credit if the prospect buys right now. So they have to buy right now. They have to, go from swipe up on Instagram right to the website and transact at this moment in time. And that has really turned off a lot of brand ambassadors, influencers, professionals, because they say, gosh, I'm doing all of this work, but my prospect isn't buying right now. They're looking at it. I'm providing brand awareness to this company, but then the person is searching it on Google later today, or they're finding, an email in their inbox and clicking to buy from there. So we try to be overly generous with our brand ambassadors and give them the lifetime cookie ability. And so I will tell you, we have bloggers all the time. They say, listen, we were earning 30% previously with this big company. Now we're only earning 6% and we're not getting lifetime cookies. So there's so much traffic we're sending their way and we're never seeing the value or the benefit. So we're going to stop marketing their stuff and start marketing yours. So that's been, definitely a big advantage for us.
That is really generous. I want to echo your sentiments on agencies and influencer programs. I think anyone in marketing is going to get, approached all the time that this agency is really the answer to all your influencer prayers. And it almost never works. I think just having an FTE that's focused on that. And I think that how often you do it, it can be daily, several a month. I think an FTE is almost warranted for this. And also, and I know you talk a lot about this, the algorithms are really favoring micro influencers over macro.
Yes.
So, and they're super cost effective.
Yes.
When I was running these programs, a lot of the times they'll do it for a product. They'll do it for free product. You don't have to pay anything in a lot of cases. And so I think it is highly, highly effective.
I 100% agree. And let me just provide a little bit of color on the fact that right now, micro influencers are absolutely being favored in the algorithm. So whether it's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, the micro influencers, the smaller accounts, are being featured and favored because Instagram wants to show that they are looking after the little guy. So if you have a major, massive brand that you follow, it's very likely that you haven't seen their stuff in your newsfeed recently unless they pay to play, where you might be scrolling through and see these accounts of people who have only 500 followers or 5,000 followers. And you're kind of wondering to yourself, why is this person's content coming up in my newsfeed? It's by design. And what we've seen over the past several months is that our small affiliate coaches or small account brand ambassadors have been going viral with reels, with content that the Facebook, Instagram, TikTok algorithms are hoping that they'll, provide and feature. And so we've had many, many, many examples of our influencers who go from 500 followers to 105,000 followers in 3 weeks' time. And their businesses, as a result, are really exploding. It's also worth noting that I don't do a traditional brand ambassador stipend for a list of deliverables. I require that they go through the program. So we attract them with pull marketing, and then they have the opportunity to apply for the brand ambassador program in week 2, day 3 of the Faster Way to Fat Loss. If they're accepted into the brand ambassador program, then they can use the link and promote Faster Way to Fat Loss for the commission. But we don't say, we're going to give you $20,000 to do 3 Instagram stories and 1 blog post and call it a day. That will never work. It does not work. If someone could prove me wrong on that, please do. At me on Instagram, DM me, like whatever. Like I would love for that to work. It just has never worked for us.
It doesn't. And I think a big part of it is we as consumers are so savvy now. We can smell inauthenticity a mile away.
Yep.
But I think that's one of the reasons, again, even outside of algorithmically, but micro influencers are people that are not far from us from a connection standpoint. They're not too many degrees away. And so there is that inherent authenticity that someone we know or that is connected to someone we know is sharing something, really kind of validating the effectiveness of this product and their experience. So I think there's so much there. I want to shift into segmentation for a second. And this is something that you do so well. And historically, in direct selling, we haven't done a great job at segmentation. We've kind of used this megaphone to talk to all audiences, kind of with the same message. but you really go to great lengths to create unique experiences and unique journeys for your two primary audiences. And I know that this was a lesson, maybe even kind of obviously you knew the importance of segmentation from your marketing days, but as you started Faster Way to Fat Loss at your first event, I remember hearing you kind of tell the story. Can you kind of share the story of that event with having both audiences at the same event and maybe some of the outcomes and shift in strategy from that?
Yes. So our very first big event for our affiliates was welcoming both our brand ambassadors and our coaches to the event. We tried to find content that would be applicable to both. We tried to cater to both with the different sessions and activities. And what we very, very quickly found is that these are two different groups. We need to speak to them differently. We need to host them differently. We need to have separate events for these two groups. And so I very quickly said, okay, we're going to talk to the certified coaches with this particular group and email campaign and text segmentation. We're going to talk to the influencers separate. We're going to talk to our clients in a way that is very targeted, whether it's a male or a female or a woman who's 50 plus or a mom who just had a baby. And this is where, when I was working in agency world and, full-time digital marketing, we would have a single email go out with 27 different drafts, 27 different segmentations and targets. And even then we got more granular with how we're adding form fields and different things so that we could be as custom as possible. And so I did learn that we could be much better. We should be much better. But a lot of it is gathering the right type of data right from the get-go when a prospect comes in and finding the way to segment through effective sales funnels so that you know how to then approach a particular prospect all the way through their client journey from prospect to new client, to brand ambassador, to VIP member, to coach. It's something I'm passionate about. Again, I wish I did better, but we're continuing to improve and grow in that area as well.
I mean, it sounds like you're very dialed in. It is about getting the right information and continuing to track that information behaviorally. So yes. Transactionally. So whether they buy something or share something or engage with a certain piece of content, that should trigger a new campaign, a new asset. It can put them on an entirely different journey.
Yes.
And again, tools are a big part of it. So I'm assuming that your team, for marketing automation and CRM, that you just have great tools. I'm curious, do you have people focused on each audience? Do you have people separate, or is it kind of the marketing group is just really able to identify and create campaigns for each of these audiences?
Great question. And we use HubSpot. So if anyone's listening familiar with that particular CRM, it's been around forever since, my initial days in digital marketing. That's what we use for the marketing and segmentation side. We do have owners of particular groups. So for example, we have a director of the men's program who owns the men's programming outcome from a marketing standpoint and the men's communication from a marketing standpoint. We're actually launching the men's program in the coming weeks. We've only really been focused on women to this point, but he is on the marketing team and he is going to drive the communication to our male prospects all the way through the client journey up through our coaches who are men, our ambassadors who are men. So I like to look at my company really as a marketing tech company. We use fitness and nutrition as a vehicle for earning income and making an impact, but we at our core will look at ourselves as marketing tech. And so we have people on the marketing team who own these different segments.
Yeah, it's kind of the how you do it versus the what you do. So, what you do is changing lives through weight loss, and how you do it is definitely through incredible MarTech. And I think HubSpot's great. Klaviyo is another great one for those that are looking for those tools. I want to circle back to campaigns for a second and talk about the importance and the strategy around scarcity. This is something that you deploy so well and does an amazing job to get people to take action and to click that link and to sign up. Can you talk about how you deploy the kind of tactic of scarcity?
Yes. I will use our men's program as an example since we were just referencing that. We are launching our men's program on December 5th. When we drive people to the landing page for the men's program, instead of having a buy now button, we're going to have a waiting list button. We are then going to turn around and accept a limited number of people onto the men's program. So into the men's program. So we'll turn around, we'll say, you've been accepted as an early access founding member of the men's program. Here's a link to buy. If you don't act now, then you might be out of luck. I have implemented this strategy since day one of the Faster Way to Fat Loss. Instead of having rolling admission for our 6-week new client program, rolling admission for the coach certification, rolling admission for any of these different items, we start with a waiting list. We start with a limited number. We have maybe a launch once a month, a launch quarterly. And so built into our model is urgency and scarcity. And I still have women will DM me and say, is there room in the round starting on Monday? Is there space for me? And so we're, going to launch our men's program in the same way. When we launched our consumables in January, our protein and collagen, same thing. We had a waiting list. You got early access. We sold out in 18 minutes. That now created a situation where in the future, as we launch something, guess what? People are going to buy, and they're going to buy fast because they want to be in on it. So this for us has been key. We don't have open enrollment for our coach certification or rolling admission. It is 3 times a year, maybe 4 times a year that we open admission. We open these interview slots for the coach certification, open the applications. And then when we do accept someone, they post all over social media. They say, I was hired. I'm going to be a Faster Way to Fat Loss certified coach. So that, it's marketing, it's urgency, scarcity, frequency, recency, it's just the standard strategies.
It is incredible. It is super powerful. It's always amazing from a psychological perspective how we end up as consumers, end up behaving, end up reacting. There's so much psychology in pricing, a tiered pricing structure. We're almost always likely to buy the middle if there's a good, better, best pricing. And
Right.
There is so much human behavior that goes into that. I love that. So yeah. I know you also talk a lot about creating acceleration in business. And as your business has continued to grow and scale, how have you continued to kind of add in this acceleration and growth into your business?
For me, the growth has been very fast. It's been primarily organic. So we have grown, probably, 6,000% in the past few years. Yeah. And we have been on the Inc. 500 list for the past 4 years in a row, which the consistency on that Inc. list is really the story. It's not that we made it once. It's that over time, we continue to build momentum. What we've done to this point is employ those micro influencers and continue bringing on more highly qualified systems and targeting in a more effective way. But now I am looking at bringing in advertising. So we're going to start doing Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads, and bringing in some more highly qualified leads with ads in particular. And we also are very focused on strategic partnerships. So I have a few strategic partners confirmed for the new year where they're going to be sending all of their clients to the Faster Way for the digital nutrition and fitness platform. And that is how we continue to grow. We, instead of converting just one-on-one, we're going to convert in mass and continue bringing, quite a few people to the table as we look to get to the next level, because you kind of hit those points along the journey where you say, okay, it's working what I've been doing, but I also need to bring in an additional strategy, additional partners. So as the CEO, I'm consistently looking around the corner to build better technology to create more stickiness factor with my current clients, but then also bring on strategic partners so that we can bring a higher volume of new clients into the program as well.
Yeah, it is amazing. Those partnerships can add so much scale and can be a catalyst just literally instantly. So I think that's another really important lesson. On paid advertising, as you go out and start creating more and more awareness and affinity from the brand level, I'm curious how you socialize that with coaches or clients or ambassadors. Is there any, conflict there at all, or are they happy that you're out there helping to build the brand and create greater awareness?
Yeah, that's a great question. And because of the way we've communicated with our certified coaches, they do trust us 100%. And if I say, listen, the brand awareness and the value that you are going to see as a certified coach as we deploy these ads will truly help you take your business to the next level. They trust me because there's no reason to not trust me. Everything we've ever done, any model shift, any new initiative has only ever helped them. And so they're jazzed. They want us to be in Target. They want us to be on Amazon. They want to see ads all over the internet because it's only going to help them and their credibility as they also seek to grow their companies. And we've just been testing on a very small scale our ads at the end of this year as we then look toward the new year to really kind of blow it up. And most of the conversions that we're seeing into the new client program via the ads is specifically into a coach round because we do have those lifetime cookies. And so that has been very telling where we are doing brand awareness campaigns and different things and testing, but most of the conversions have been directly for the coaches. And so, I mean, they're thrilled. They're like, keep doing it,
Yeah. Keep spending money on our behalf and helping drive additional sales volume for us.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great. I'm curious, just selfishly as a marketer. So are you going to be doing the paid ads or are you internally, or this is kind of back to the inside outside or using an agency?
We like a hybrid model of testing agencies, primarily with performance contracts. So I don't do because I had an agency, I'm like, listen, guys, like we're going to do a performance contract. If you actually drive ROI, and we're very, very good at tracking attribution, we'll set up completely separate funnels. So we know if the lead came in, it was from that agency. So we have a couple of agencies, and then we do have a liaison in-house who is helping with content and being sure that we can, we have a lot of user-generated content, but then create things right here in-house. But I mean, we're very, very early stage on paid advertising. It's like testing phase right now. Sure. So it's exciting. There's a lot of potential there, but what I see is a lot of my competitors lighting cash on fire with ads. And we're taking it slow. We're being sure that there is very clear ROI and very clear data to support the strategy.
Yeah, it's very easy to inefficiently spend advertising dollars, but there's some really great ways to do it and great people that know how to do it right and effectively and really know how to optimize. So I want to shift into the last couple of questions, more focusing on you as a leader. Again, what you've created is truly incredible. And I agree with the Inc. 500. What's the story there? The headline really is the fact that it's been 4 years in a row, which is a really rare feat. So congratulations.
Thank you.
But what do you feel has been one of the most important lessons that you've learned as a leader?
Oh, there have been many lessons. Most lessons I've learned the hard way. I think that for me, my major pain points have been people and technology. People and technology. We never have enough people. We never have, maybe the right formula of who's where. And so I've had to dig deep and become a better leader when it comes to creating org charts. Like the word org chart, literally it wasn't until 2019 I even had any semblance of an organizational chart. And so becoming far more intentional about focusing on structure and processes and systems and surrounding myself with upper level executives who do have more expertise than I do, and not being intimidated by that, not being intimidated to bring on someone who is smarter than me and more experienced than I am. So the people part has been a challenge. And then the technology, because we have a unique model and because I created it and there was no really example of that in the marketplace, we've had to MacGyver many systems together, but we finally have a more clean, I don't know if that's the right word, tech stack, where we've cleaned the pipes, the systems are working well. And now we have also the future state org chart that we're working toward as we grow and scale the platform. So I'm feeling more confident than I ever have at the end of this year regarding our scalability potential. Because in the past, there's been times where, the Today Show called me and my team's like, we don't want you to go on the Today Show because we physically cannot bring on more clients right now. Like that's a terrible place to be in as an entrepreneur. So now I'm in a place where I'm able to have some of these more upper level partnership conversations because scalability, the systems, the people are finally kind of in place.
That's incredible. And I know that both of those, being able to have the right structure, the right technology, the right foundation is going to help you to continue to scale at the astronomical rate that you have. So you had a chance to go to the event. I know that as you were starting the company and looking at different models, you kind of looked under the hood of direct selling. Now that you've had a chance to get to know direct selling and some of the companies a little bit more on a personal level, what advice as a tiered affiliate model, what advice would you give to direct selling companies around these kind of adjusting dynamics, the changing landscape on how they can really take advantage and be one of the greatest opportunities that's out there for customers and distributors today?
I came from the fitness and nutrition industry and the digital marketing career field. And so when I shifted my business model to focusing on the certification and brand ambassadors, as the CEO, I still maintained 99.9% of my focus on the product. So I have been obsessive about the nutrition and the fitness and the platform and the client product. And because our product is so good, our platform is so good, and our programming works, we've been able to grow. But what I haven't focused on is how to effectively empower our certified coaches and our ambassadors outside of just simply marketing knowledge. And so here's what I haven't done. And what I'm planning to do in the future is personal development. I've never one time spoken with my trainers or my ambassadors about personal development. Fast start bonuses. My company's called the Faster Way, like faster way to success, faster way, like those types of things I've never done. And so I think there's a lot of low-hanging fruit for me. And I've learned that from your channel and those who are doing a phenomenal job focusing on the reps and the coaches and the distributors. And so I'm going to be shifting some of my focus to that side of the house to empower my people to be even more successful because they are truly very successful. I think that one big takeaway for listeners is to consider that marketing roadmap concept, because if you empower your reps and your distributors and your coaches with some of these lead generation campaigns and the marketing roadmap, and you give them the assets and you give them the ability to generate a highly qualified lead on your behalf, and then you can kind of take off some of the responsibility, off of their shoulders and convert that lead into your product or your program. I think, that is definitely a takeaway. The one-tier micro-influencer marketing model is so phenomenal because the risk is not as high as, it is in some other franchise and MLM models, just from the standpoint of FTC and different things. So I think that could be a takeaway as well. Even if you launch a one-tier affiliate model outside of the current rep model and just test it, do a bit of a beta test with it. I've seen a few of the companies from your channel shift their model and be very successful and empower their reps to earn even more income, which has been exciting to watch. So those are just a few of the takeaways.
Yeah, those are great. And I agree so much on the personal development. I know it's impacted my life, but that is one thing that the direct selling channel has done so well over the years. They've realized that growing your leaders will ultimately end up growing your business. There's greater retention. There's so much power in personal development as well. I'm going to ask, because I think this is such an important takeaway. Can you spend one more minute talking about your marketing roadmap and kind of what those tools mean and how maybe a direct selling company could develop and deploy for their distributors and customers?
Yeah, so we are very passionate about lead magnets, or what I like to call early stage offers. But we also have micro commitment campaigns. So this means that we might offer a 5-day gut and butt challenge where a prospect can join this 5-day challenge to receive workouts and a meal plan for $19.99. We'll split commission with our ambassadors or our certified coaches. We'll give them all of the marketing assets, all of the copy, the landing page, their specific link, And they have fun promoting these new initiatives because, as many of the listeners know, distributors, coaches, reps, they like new things. They like new initiatives, new free or low-cost items that they can sell and promote. And so for us, we try to be very empowering of these micro influencers and say, here are exactly the things that you need to post in order to be successful converting people into this particular micro commitment campaign or lead magnet campaign. And it has been extremely, extremely successful for us. We have up to a 30% conversion from micro commitment campaigns into our 6-week Faster Way to Fat Loss program, which is like unheard of. Like you're not going to get that with ads. You're not going to get that in, so we try to, and anyone listening is welcome to look through my Instagram at Amanda Tress, or maybe join some of our micro commitment campaigns or lead magnets just to kind of see how we do this. But I will say we do it pretty well in regard to those different initiatives.
That's great. Thank you for going into more detail on that. Amanda, I want to thank you for your time, for the inspiration you gave at the event that you are giving here as well today. We're very excited to continue to watch your success. And we're going to continue to learn from you. And just as you've been able to borrow some of the best things from direct selling and bring them into your business, I think a lot of companies are going to be looking at your business and borrowing some of those best practices right back. So thanks for being an inspiration to all of us, and appreciate your time.
Thank you. It's an honor and a privilege, and I'm happy to share any tips. And people are very welcome to connect with me. I'm, always willing to share what we're doing and what's working, because at the end of the day, many of us, are on the same team, and we're just looking to make a positive impact around the world. And
where's the best place that they can connect with you?
You can find me on social media at Amanda Tress on Instagram and Facebook, but you can also email me info@amandatress.com.
Thanks so much, Amanda.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for listening. We invite you to subscribe so that you're the first to know when new episodes are available. And save the dates for the Spring 2023 DSU event and the annual DSN Global Celebration, all beginning Tuesday, April 18th through Thursday, April 20th at the Omni Frisco Hotel in Frisco, Texas. The events are in person only. We hope to see you there. Registration will open soon. Thank you for listening and supporting DSN and the Direct Approach podcast.